This is Jen, Not a Real Farm. So we are back. It is a beautiful day out. We're going to be just doing some weeding and getting more things done, unfortunately, before another rainstorm rolls through here. I have really been struggling with the weather this year and trying to get a lot of things done. And I am fighting Mother Nature this year for sure. A lot of the things, because of the humidity now, I've noticed are starting to get moldy. So I'm sort of fighting mold and mildew and stuff like that, even in the greenhouse. So it's been challenging. So I bought an extra big cup of coffee this morning that says life is better in the woods. And it truly is. But that's not what I want to talk to you today about. I wanted to kind of talk to you today about encouragement. And we look for encouragement from family, from friends, from neighbors, from the community. And building a community is something, a community that you can relate to is something that I absolutely support. And if you can find people in your area to, have the same interests as you and who want to learn or teach you things and have the same common interests, then by all means go for it, because having community is very important. But a lot of you have been contacting me too about being discouraged. And I can relate to this. And I guess I just wanted to share a story with you today about some of the comments that I get in person when they see the greenhouse or see some of the work that we've done around here, and kind of how it left me feeling. And that's really what the video is about today, is really just learning how to push through and learning how to encourage yourself regardless of what other people say. So first off, I just wanted to say thank you to all of those who have left comments or sent me emails in letting me know their journey for gardening, their journey through family, taking on a new skill, growing a new garden, and trying to become more self-sufficient than they were before. And I think it's great that people are starting to get out of their comfort zone to just take that step forward and become more self-sufficient. So 2 thumbs up for everybody that's tried something new to diversify themselves this summer. I've gotten the emails. The stories are all wonderful. I love getting emails and seeing the progress and success of everyone who, has tried to better their lives in some fashion. I can absolutely, totally relate to feeling good about taking on and growing new things, but I can also relate to a lot of the emails that I've been receiving, which is sometimes feeling discouraged. It can really start to put self-doubt in what you're doing and have you second guess, sort of the idea of diversifying might be a little bit too much. But I'm here to tell you that diversifying is the best thing you can do. If you have people in your life who every day, when you interact with them, have something to say about what you're doing or how you're trying to diversify or how you're trying to go forward and try to make your life better, if you have a gut feeling that what they're telling you is not really adding any kind of positivity in your life, then maybe those aren't your people. I really started to second guess even what I was doing. We're seed saving, we're growing vegetables. I put in a fall crop. I didn't put in a fall crop last year, not really. But I decided to give that a try this year and see if we can get a crop in before the snow. I've tried to take on different skills, growing different vegetables that I've never grown before. And it really is a way to keep it interesting, diversify yourself, and challenge yourself every day to see if you can do something different to make yourself feel good. When I get those comments, and most of the time they're said in front of me, it's not on email, it really takes me by surprise, because when I come into this greenhouse, never mind the front garden or the back garden, I see food security. I see my future in here, whether that's in a jar, in a seed, in a plant. That's how I look at it. I look at it as security. And I had one of those moments. I had one of those moments 2 weeks ago where I said, well, you know what, maybe I'm not doing this right. Maybe I am just growing too much diversity in here in terms of plants. And you really take it to heart, because you become, whatever skill it is that you're learning, you become attached to it. You want people to support what you're doing. You want to hear positive feedback. And sometimes you get that one comment that really takes you back for a minute and you go, I really have to consider this. Maybe I'm just not doing this right. And It doesn't matter what skill it is. You will do that every single time and second guess yourself if you're not, if you don't have that encouragement. I was actually really bummed out about it. But then something funny happened. So that experience happened. I was bummed out about it for the whole day because I was told that, what I was doing was a little much. I get neighbors sometimes that come in and they say, this is a lot, this is too much work. And then the next day I get something in my email that really surprised me. I have a really great friend of mine, and it's almost like when something happens and you start second guessing yourself, you have that one thing that happens where it solidifies your thoughts that you should be doing what you're doing. And this picture, she sent me this picture, and the picture said, if you have friends or family that say that you have too many seeds and too many plants, those aren't your people. 24 hours later, that message ends up in my email. And what it did for me was it just kicked me into high gear, because I thought, this is a sign for me to just keep going and doing what I'm doing. I mean, what are the chances that somebody would send me that after the experience I just had? So I guess, all of us go through it. And I want to let everybody know that has left comments or emails in regards to encouragement or community members or family or friends, I want you to keep going. Diversifying and trying new skills, learning something new, seeking out a community, finding people that have things in common with you, or just taking on a new challenge of growing new things is not silly, it's not too much, and it's not too much work. That is negativity that you don't need in your life, and you don't need somebody telling you that you can't do it, because there are days that we already have enough where we second guess internally, am I doing this right? So if you have people in your life that are constantly chatting about you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't do that, then, as the picture said in my email, maybe those aren't your people. Maybe it's time to sort of move forward from those people, leave them behind, and keep striving for what you want. I gotta tell you guys, I'm so tired of the negativity that some people press upon other people. I really don't know the reason why people do that. I can only sometimes really come to a conclusion that it's a possibility that maybe it's self-doubt in themselves, and so they try to push that on other people to bring them down along with them. And I'm gonna get off that train. I was on that train for a day thinking that maybe what I'm doing here just isn't enough. It's not that it's not enough, or what you're doing isn't enough, or what you're trying isn't enough. It's just that they're not your people. So for all those people who are experiencing that right now and who have sent me messages to say, look, I don't have a partner who's on board with this, I don't have family members who are on board with this, I don't have that support that I'm looking for. Well, I'm here to tell you that I'm here for you. If you ever feel like you have self-doubt and that what you're trying to do by diversifying or making your life better doesn't really seem that great of an idea, send me an email at notarealfarm@yahoo.com, and I will be the first one to congratulate you on running through those comments like a train and keeping your head up and keep going forward. You're thriving, my friend. You are proving to the world that this is what you are going to do in order to make yourself successful. And hey, if they're not on board, leave them behind. Keep moving forward. Don't look back, because they're going to be back there waiting for you. There's nothing, I think, more satisfying than proving somebody wrong when they try to, I think the words I'm looking for are maybe subliminally encourage you to stop. So when I'm successful at something, when I see other people successful at things, that is satisfying. It's satisfying because it proves them wrong, that they are not going to stop you from doing what you set out to do, and that you're not going to let them keep you down here. You're going to keep going, and you're going to keep reaching for the top, and you're not going to stop until you do. And I think I'm so passionate about that today because I've been getting that comment quite a bit lately where it's, hey, Jan, you know, you should stop. Oh my goodness, it's so much work. When do you close down the greenhouse for the winter so you can get a break? The truth is, I really enjoy this. And the truth of the matter is, you know, I've just gotten to a point now, this is year 2, I think, for this channel, year 2 we're starting. We've opened up a business and I'm not going to stop. As a matter of fact, I was told that, you know, opening a business might not necessarily be the best thing. I opened a business. Keep going. Keep doing what you're doing. If that's seeking out land to grow more crops, if that is, you know, reading books day and night to teach yourself a skill, if that's putting your hands in the dirt for the first time because you're going to try learning to garden, if that is teaching other people to garden because you want them to also learn a new skill because that satisfies you, that gives you something to look forward to, then you do it. And I'm here to tell you that as somebody who gets critiqued quite a bit, just even for what I'm doing here, I'm not going to stop. And every time that you tell me no, or every time that they tell you no, you keep going. You use that as encouragement to make sure that you reach the ultimate goal of where you're going. And I know that a lot of you have, you know, some of this as an issue in your lives because you've told me, and you're looking for encouragement, and here it is. You keep striving, you keep thriving, and you keep going. You never, never, never let anybody stop you from reaching your goal. Because just like the picture I got in my email 24 hours later said, maybe those just aren't your people. Have a good day, guys. See you soon.